Now you can see behind me the supermarket Iceland. I'm in the Miramar Centre here in no, it's not Fingarola, it's actually Mijas. Fingarola is the other side of the motorway, and this is actually Mijas. Miramar Centre is one of the places here in Spain that has an Iceland supermarket, which you can see behind me. And that basically sells all British products. And it got me thinking about shopping and doing a video about shopping while I was in there, because I was chatting to somebody, a guy who was in the queue behind me, and who I let in front, and it was funny, his comment, because his comment was, oh, that's going to cost you a lot. And I was like, yes it is, but I've kind of got my orders of what we need for Easter to take back. And it highlighted the fact of like the different places that we shop in Spain, and do we still stick to those traditions? I mean, I've been here 25 years, right? So how come I came over to Iceland to do a little bit of shopping? Because we have access to British products. And why do I even do that? Well, the honest truth is I do it less now than we did before, when we first moved to Malaga. It's quite novel, because I'd been in Spain 10 years, never seen an English supermarket in Spain. So you'd go and get things like, for me it'd be pickled onions. I quite like pickled onions. And Lara would be crumpets, because they're just things you're not really going to get. Pickled onions you can get in the supermarket in Spain, but not like the ones that I like. So yeah, and now to the honest truth is, it really very rarely do we come here now, but today I'm here because it's Easter. And although my children were born in Spain, and there's not really a tradition of chocolate Easter eggs in Spain, it has become more so recently, very much like other things like Halloween and Christmas has become very predominant now on a commercial level, really. But it's not really typical, whereas it was with us growing up as kids. So growing up as kids, we would get Easter eggs, and the Easter Bunny would come when we were very young, and even after the Easter Bunny wasn't a thing, you'd still get Easter eggs, wouldn't you? And you know, I still get the calls from our parents to say, look, can you just, I'll send some cash across, can you get an Easter egg for the kids from us? And so we normally come here. And I have to say, selection, I'm a bit late on it at the moment, with it being Easter Sunday tomorrow. The selection was dire, but I managed to get a few bits and bobs from here for the kids. So they're going to have their Easter eggs on Sunday morning, which I think is more of an English tradition, isn't it? Or a British tradition. Certainly not a tradition here in Spain. And while I was here, I picked up a gammon joint, because my son, we don't really get gammon here in Spain, not how we would know it in the UK. So my son, when we were back, he had my mum prepared him a gammon joint, and he tried it, and he was like, wow, I've never tried anything like this before. So anyway, there we are. I picked up a couple of bits, but it's really expensive. So expensive. You couldn't do your shop here, you couldn't do your food shopping in Iceland. That'd just be absolutely barbaric. It'd be crazy. I don't know how much it'd come to. I got a few bits and bobs, including a Swede. They really get Swedes here. Some hot cross buns, which are, you know, typical for Easter. And my bill, after a few sausages, Cumberland sausages, was running up close to €100, which if you spent €100 in Aldi's or Lidl's or even Mercadona, that's one of the more expensive ones, you'd get so much. So yeah, how much do you, there's a question for you guys who are living here already, and for those who are coming, how much are you going to miss the stuff from your UK supermarkets? And for those of you who are living here, do you actually even bother anymore trying to hunt out those small things that you miss? I know certainly we would probably now do a trip here at Christmas to get a few bits and bobs, maybe some mince pies, you know, something typical, because we still do hold the traditions which are slightly manipulated into a Spanish way of life. So we'll eat our Christmas dinner on the 24th and then go out on the 25th, which is what most Spaniards do, but we still have a typical Christmas dinner. This year I flatly refused to buy the crackers because they wanted 20 euros for a box of even the naff ones. So I said, no, that's it. One thing I am doing is refusing to buy the crackers. And then going back to talking to my new friend in the queue, he was saying it's so, he said most supermarkets now, like Mercadona, even if you do fancy like a Sunday roast, you can adapt all the products that you can buy in Spain to the Sunday roast and actually get it there. Things like Paxo stuffing you're never going to get in a Spanish supermarket, but you can make your own stuffing, and be a bit adventurous. So yeah, that's it really. How much are you going to miss the stuff if you're moving over from the UK? What is it you're going to miss? Tell me in the comments below. If you're living here, have you missed it? How have you adapted your eating style? One thing I noticed here in Spain is in the last few years, when I first lived here, and we're going to cross over the road now to go to where we're going to go. We're in the Miramar Centre. You can see, check it out. It's absolutely huge and it's very busy, and there's lots of people shopping, and it's a bank holiday weekend, I should say. But what is it that you actually miss, and what are you going to miss? I said, I noticed in the UK in the supermarkets was there's an awful lot of pre-made or pre-packed or pre-sauced. I struggled once in Sainsbury's just to find a plain bit of chicken, which I needed when I was back in Scotland actually. And that was never a thing here in Spain. Really, we're about 15 years behind the whole pre-pack thing, but Mercadona are leading the way with that at the moment. I can tell you, they really are. And the more I go into Mercadona, the more it starts to remind me of a Tesco's nowadays. Other supermarkets, not so much. But yeah, there's definitely more, there's less custom here just to buy something, heat it up and eat it. Most people love to cook. When I first moved here, I remember in Mercadona, they used to have the chickens with the neck and the head and the giblets. You had the option, and you used to have to pay more for a clean chicken. So luckily, when I was young, my mum taught me how to make lots of nice soups with the leftover bits of the chicken. But it meant actually butchering the chicken slightly yourself. They've obviously stopped all that now, and if you want offal has now become trendy again, so it actually gets sold in a separate pack. So yeah, I think that really I had an unnecessary journey today. I didn't really need to come here. Did I need to buy gammon for my son? Not really, for a Sunday dinner. It was stupidly expensive as well. It was a nice treat though for Easter. We haven't gone away on holiday, so I thought, well, why not? Did we really need Easter eggs? Well, it's part of the tradition, and it's lovely that the family are doing that for our kids, so probably yes, and it's part of a tradition that our kids have, albeit that they've been born in Spain. But the price per kilo that you'd be paying for the chocolate which is in the box is just absolutely heartbreaking. I can tell you, it's just incredible. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, have you adapted your shopping? What things have you found in supermarkets? I found the other day in a place called, was it Supeco? I'm gonna say Supeco, gravy granules. And I was like, hang on a minute, what are you doing with gravy granules? Who actually buys gravy granules? Apart from me maybe, in this supermarket in our town. So I didn't even think there'd be a market for it. Do you miss your pork pies? You definitely can't get pork pies in any butchers in Spain. That's one thing when I go back to the UK that I do like to indulge in, is a good pork pie as well. And I mean, there's no harm in missing the food, is there, that you were brought up with or you've lived with? And for me, we eat 95% of the time Spanish food or Spanish adapted food in a British way, and all of our shopping is done in Spanish supermarkets. My daughter is extremely Spanish in her eating habits. She has oil instead of butter on bread. She eats fuet. Jamon is her preferred. Jamon serrano is her preferred sandwich, and what she'd have as a tapa. So yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up. Let us know, for your people who are following the channel, give me some inspiration as to how we can do maybe some more food videos, but I'd be really interested to know your food choices. Are you absolutely making your choice to live somewhere close to an Iceland so you don't miss your food? Or are you completely saying, do you know what, we're going to wipe the slate clean, learn how to cook using the Spanish supermarkets and all their products, which they offer a huge range of products compared to what they used to now. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And here you can see, just wrapping up the video, here is the Miramar Center in Mijas. It's the bottom of Mijas, and Mijas is absolutely huge. Don't forget, Mijas is a massive municipality, and we're right close to the border here. You can see that you've got the Burger King, Naurauta. That's where you would get your tyres fixed. Towards the back there you may be able to see the Leroy Merlin's, the Carrefour, which if you've got a Carrefour club card, the petrol's a lot cheaper. Behind the Carrefour is a Kiabi, very good for clothes, Kiabi, especially if you've got kids. We use it all the time. And my friend is actually the manager of that Kiabi over there, who's one of the dads from the school. Mediamart, that's for your electronic devices. Right in the corner there's a pet shop. Then you've got Comerca, which is actually a cash and carry place. Next door to Iceland, you'll see there's a card land where you can get English speaking cards if you want it. Solo Optical is your opticians. That's where I used them twice. One's in our town. It was okay, got the best experience. I then switched to the guys locally in our town, and it was an even worse experience. So I'm going to go back to Solo Optical and lift around there, which is the tapas bar. So there we go. Everything, if you're going to live in Malaga, you've got literally everything in one place, because you can come here and get your British style food from Iceland, but around the corner, just behind me, which you won't be able to see now, we have an Lidl's as well. So yeah, good busy area to come and visit. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll be back with a new video soon.